We all have been given different talents by God. Some of us choose to hide them under the carpet, but there are some among us who use these talents to glorify God. Let us meet today one such youth who is utilizing her talents to glorify God. Hi, Anastasia, and a very warm welcome to you. Thank you for joining us today on this episode of Saints in Jeans.
Hi, brother. I'm so glad to be here with you, and I'm looking forward to this conversation with you.
So, you started off very early. So, did you at any point of time think like, you wanted to become like, a popular singer, or was it always in your mind that, you want to get into, religious music?
Um, no, as in, I didn't have this desire to be a popular singer, but I knew I could sing, and I also wanted to participate in this reality show. There was this reality show on Z, I guess, no, Saregama Little Champs. So
Yeah.
I wanted to audition so much for that. And I was always after my parents that no, I want to audition for it. I want to go. I know I will win, and no stuff like that. So they discouraged me, and I'm happy they did back then. And my mama, she is my number one intercessor, I would say, and she was the one who discouraged me at first. And she said that no, I don't want you to sing. We don't want you to sing for other people, as in for an audience or for a competition. But I would love to see you later on in life, like you should sing for God. He's given you this gift, He's given you this talent. So utilize it for Him and to glorify Him. So, yeah, my dreams were crushed back then, but I'm happy that I received that guidance at that young age. And after I encountered God's love at the age of 17 through a retreat, so ever since then I've been a part of the music ministry in Grace, and I've also now begun my own YouTube channel, and hopefully the Lord blesses many people through that.
Yes, definitely. The Lord will bless your noble efforts that you're trying to make. Anastasia, you mentioned that your parents played an important role in kind of channelizing your motivations to sing. So what kind of a childhood did you have? What kind of a child were you? Were you a very pious one, or do you have some naughty things about you also?
Oh, I was a very, very mischievous and naughty child, and pious was not in my dictionary at all. In fact, I was termed as one, chota Gunda or something like that. At least in primary school, I was one blacklisted girl, and I'm not very proud of that. It all began actually like at the age of 6 or 7. I was in my first grade, and I was a very quiet kid, okay, till then, till my first or second standard. And people used to bully me in school, in bus, because of my name, call me names, different, used to bully me. I used to come back home, tell my parents that, no, come on, you all have to go and complain to their parents or speak to them and stuff. But then they were like, you have to fight your own battle, okay? You go and deal with it yourself. And one fine day, I don't know what struck my dad, and he was like, no, he told me, Chilu, you have to do one thing. Just take your bottle. Anybody bullies you, take your bottle and break their head. I will take them to the hospital. And he didn't know that I'd take that seriously, okay? He just said that in a, like, no, ऐसे ही बोल दिया. But he regrets that so much that he told me to do something like this, and I did that. I started hitting people thereafter. Like, obviously I didn't break a bottle, but like hitting them, and I don't know, I was very naughty, and over the years, but I stopped doing that, and now I don't hit people.
So from being a Gunda at school to worshiping God, how was this transformation?
I come from a very, I would say, not pious, but I come from a Catholic family where we used to say our prayers, we used to attend prayer meetings, but still there were struggles among the four of us, like me, my mom, my father, my brother, and the relationship was not that great with, like between me and them. And I grew up with a lot of resentment in my heart against my parents and also my brother. A lot of anger issues, and being a naughty kid, like they were very strict with me also. Me being a naughty kid, they were strict with me as well. So I felt that nobody loved me, and I also had a very messed up teenage phase where by the age of 17, at the age of 17, I wanted to suicide. And I also tried to do that. I mean, cut my wrist, but that didn't happen by the grace of God. I was depressed like for a month or two, and many wrong things I was into. But God made a way, and God found me the way I was in the mess. He came seeking for me, and I attended this 10-day discipleship retreat in Vasai by Vayu, and that changed my life completely. It was in the adoration of the Blessed Sacrament that I experienced a deep call, a deep feeling of being set free from my guilt, set free from my fears, from my anger, and God accepting me the way I am. Like that, the preacher who just said that, that there's a girl here and God says He loves you the way you are. And I felt that was for me. And I never heard that from anyone in my entire life. So that was something special to me. And then that was a complete U turn from whatever mess I was in. And God changed that mess into a message today. It's 9 years that I'm serving the Lord in ministry, and I have experienced His love.
Really beautiful, sharing about your life and how God found you in all the mess that you were in, and
Yes.
through His beautiful ways, He has led you to ministry with the Grace Ministries, and He has also led you to Rome. Could you tell us a little bit more about how your experience was at the Gregorian University?
So I had this beautiful opportunity, or I would say God's gift to me, of attending or pursuing this course, renewal programs for missionaries at the Gregorian University, Rome. And it is a course, it is a one semester diploma course in English, conducted by the Faculty of Missiology. And it was so beautiful to see. Like me, I come from my foundation, like I have been groomed in a very charismatic in the charismatic spirituality, I would say. But after going there, I also experienced and saw that the different girls praying in their own different styles, like no, some are not comfortable to clap, or some are not comfortable to sing, but probably some will just pray the novena, some will pray the rosary with all their heart, some will just pray in silence. So it was so beautiful and enriching to see their faith as well. So that was one beautiful experience. Also, we had a lot of time since our classes were online, and we were at home. So I used to just take my guitar, like the guitar there in the hostel, and go to the attic and start playing and singing and singing and singing. That was my singing room, I would say. I used to spend hours there just playing the guitar. And that is where God inspired me to also write songs. So that was one beautiful outcome of my stay in Rome. That I also, the Lord helped me discover that I could also write songs, or I could also create music.
So God has been very gracious to, and you've had beautiful experiences at Rome. Now, coming to your personal and professional life, you mentioned that you're working at ATC Publishers. You're also volunteering at Communio, which is an initiative of the CCBI. Now, in the midst of all this, you are also a regular member of the Grace Ministries, a worship team, and I know, you guys tour a lot. A lot of good work is done. So, how do you, strike about a balance in all these things?
Yeah. So it's a challenge for me to balance everything and also give time to my family. It's a task, but I make sure that and also to pray, to have a specific time for personal prayer is also very difficult for me. I to be very honest, but I make sure that I have these something called as holy moments, small holy moments, as in uh, just at, for example, it's 12:45 or it's 12:30 in the afternoon, and I'll just take my rosary or I'll pray the Angelus. Something small that I can do, like, or just speak to God, like, oh God, this is so draining, and no, can you just make work? Can you make work easy? Like, oh Holy Spirit, I'm not getting an inspiration to make this video. I'm on it. I'm sitting on it like for 1 hour and no inspiration. And I just pray this small prayer, that come Holy Spirit, inspire me. I'm tired, inspire me. And it works out for good, okay? Within 15 minutes, the video is created and it's out. and yeah, that's like creating small moments of encounter with God. And one thing is, yeah, I recently, like just from it's just a month now, I um, push myself to go and attend mass every day. Like, I'll say that I push myself to do that because it's difficult, but I try. Yeah, I go for mass. I try my best to stay connected and stay connected to the source of life, that is God Himself. Yes, but it's difficult to strike a balance. Yeah, I'm still
You
learning
make a
and trying.
very important point about having your own small holy moments. And that is something which which we all can practice, like a small holy moments with God at particular times of the day or something. So that's a very nice insight that you gave us. Um, I presume, okay, for young people to be involved in religious activities is not so easy. A lot of judgments or a lot of criticisms, perhaps, etc., etc. So, how would you respond, to young people who are, who are shy to go to church or take part in the youth group activities or prayer group activities? What are the challenges that you have personally faced, and how would you respond to them?
So one major challenge that I experienced or I have faced in the initial years of my ministry and being a part of the church activities. First thing was my friends, my own friends, like they don't understand this because yeah, if they're even if they are Catholics, they'll say that we are also Catholics. Like why? Like the Catholic friends of mine, they'll be like, "Why are you going so for like no going so much to the church? Why are you time and again like going there?" And the non-Catholics will definitely not get it. Only they are like, "We just go to the mandir once a month, or only on our birthday probably." But how do you want to go every day to the church? Like no, isn't that too much? And I have been royally judged by people in ministry, people off ministry. So for the ones who are in ministry, some of my peers, some of my friends, like for them it was like all of a sudden what transformation has happened in this girl's life that she's serving. Like is she acting now or what is it? Like no, in the initial days that judgment was there. Like ये क्या संत बन रही है? इसका पास ये है. Like no. So I've experienced that. I've experienced people behaving with me in a different manner because of my past, and felt very hurt about that, like very judgmental. Some of them, not all. But on the contrary, even those who are outside, since they didn't understand, for them it was like you've just completed your graduation and you have to take up a job. And what I did was, after my graduation, I served 2 years full time in ministry. And that was I studied, like as in I was studying for my masters as well simultaneously, and I served full time in Grace. And my friends were like, "You are messing up your life." Three things that kept me going in ministry, or um, shutting my ears to the world and the pressure out there. First was my parents' support. They were very supportive of me serving God in the way I was serving Him, that is, through full time ministry. They were supportive. The second was God's grace, of course, prayer, very important, prayer, the grace of God. The third one is fellowship, fellowship with the right people, with like minded people. They kept me going. They, like my leaders, all three of them, my animators, few elders from our ministry, they've always been there to listen to me, always been there to guide me.
That's really wonderful, Anastasia. You've been very frank and open in telling us how the Lord has worked in you in different ways. Finding you in a difficult situation, bringing you up, and in His own ways, using whatever skills and talents you have. He has guided you and molded you. So as we end this beautiful session where you have shared so much of your life, it would be great if you could sing a couple of lines from one of your compositions which you have composed.
Yes, sure, I'll do that. करुणा का सागर है केवल तू, गढ़ और बल है मेरा, निर्बल हूँ मैं, मेरा सामर्थ तू, जय तू दिलाता सदा। मैं पुकारूं सुने तू सदा, तेरी महिमा हो मेरे खुदा, पाऊं आशीष में तेरी सदा, तेरी महिमा सदा हो खुदा, तेरी महिमा सदा हो सदा, ऐ मेरे यीशु मेरे खुदा, तेरी महिमा सदा हो सदा, ऐ मेरे यीशु मेरे खुदा.
That was really
Yes.
great, Anastasia. I'm really happy
Thank
that
you.
you have listened to the voice of God. God calls us all in different ways. Some of us do not listen, and I'm so glad that you have taken that courageous step to listen to Him and follow what He's saying. And we wish you all the very best, and we continue to pray that God in His own ways will guide you in whatever future He has for you, and that you may, through your beautiful witness and inspiring life, continue to change the lives of many more youth who are finding it difficult to answer the call of God. So we wish you all the very best, and we'll always keep you in our prayers. Thank you, Anastasia, and all
Thank
the
you.
best.
Thank you. Thank you so much, brother, for this time. Yeah. Thank you.
Take care. See you. Bye bye.
Thank you. See you. Bye.